So what do you think about the fallout with Joshua and Wilder and Tyson Fury stepping into his place?
I mean, it's boxing. It's nothing new. You know what I mean? When it comes to, the Eddie Hearn and AJ, they've made promises before about fights that have never happened when it concerns AJ. So I knew the fight wasn't going to happen. I was surprised about that. And it went for the least of the three opponents, which is me, him, and Deontay. They went for Povetkin. The shorter guy would have lost, and there's no one to get hurt in fights. So, I get it. It is what it is. But now it's Tyson Fury going to fight Deontay. I think he's just doing it more for clout right now until I actually see it, then I'll start believing it. You know what I mean? But a lot of guys have taken fights and get the promotional behind it and then pull out last minute. And Fury's done it a couple times, and David Hayes done it a couple times. So we'll see.
If the fight was to take place, do you think it would be competitive? Because dude's been off for a while.
I think Tyson needs one or two more fights, before he goes for Deontay Wilder, just because it's to get the timing back and the kind of opponents he's fought the last fight. But it all depends. Tyson's very good at holding distance, but he does get hit. So it's still a tough fight to call. But I personally, if I was him, comes to the layoff and the kind of layoff he had, I think he needs a couple more fights.
At the last press conference, you ran up on AJ and had words with him. Is it still professional or is it getting personal because of the antics?
Boxing is it's a different sport. You can't rub everybody the right way. I wasn't fortunate enough to be given a shot at the Olympics in my hometown where, I lost and still got a gold medal. A lot of things has been laid in the front for AJ. So their tactics might work. Where I come from, and it's not going to work right now. A lot of guys are polite in America. A lot of guys are unconfrontational in America, and they've not gotten anywhere. And some of them are still winning fights. I'm winning fights convincingly, beating guys up, and it's like they're scared of me, so they go over me. So I got to be seen, I got to be heard, I got to do things unconventional to get to a certain position. Then from there we get to them. It's nothing new. I'm not rewriting the book on smack talking. I'm not writing the book. Nobody knew who McGregor was until he started talking smack. Floyd had a Olympic medal, but nobody knew him until he started talking smack to De La Hoya, the other great guys across the world, and then he kind of calmed down as he got older. So it's nothing new that I'm really doing. That some of the fans are being rubbed by the wrong way, but they're not the one writing the check. They don't know my position, don't know what's going on. This is a sport where it's mafia style in a way where it's like there's no sanctioning bodies, or what can I say, no real big president that makes one call and everybody got to listen. It's every man do for themselves. So you have to see the demographic and what you're doing in your lane and build from there. And I know what I need to do to get there. And I've actually been really polite, to tell you the truth. I haven't really been going AWOL like some other fighters have, like a Chisora from England. Or sometimes like Adrian Broner has been doing sometimes on and off. You know what I mean? So, like I said, a lot of people know that I talk smack in a polite way, but don't push my buttons because I could turn up real quick. None of these guys is built like me. None. Maybe there's only one or two fighters that I've heard stories about that might be built like me, and that's stories I've heard. My background is solidified, so that's why I says I do certain things for boxing. This is for boxing, but don't push my buttons because I would body slam somebody real quick.
So you said you've been holding back. So what pushed you to say, you know what, I'm about to start opening up on them? Yeah,
I started off gun blazing years ago, and I kind of calmed down until I got to a certain position. Now I just had enough. I had enough of these guys not trying to say my name, bypass my name. I'm just right there. They trying to find a way to jump over me. So now I'm gonna be heard. I'm gonna be seen. And if I gotta talk about your mama, just a little bit, it is what it is, man. It's just business. If they want to take it to another level, we could do that too. I can knock you out here, and I can knock you out in the ring. It's whatever.